James Hamilton for MMA UK, joined via Skype by Drew Dober. Thanks very much for giving us some time, Drew.
No, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to chat with you guys.
No, we appreciate it. So obviously we're on to chat about your upcoming fight on the 26th, and that's on UFC on ESPN3 against Polo Reyes. Obviously you're in training camp at the moment, as we can see by the eye, reflected in some tough sparring at Team Elevation. So how is preparation going so far?
It's going great. I mean, I'm quite privileged to be in Denver, Colorado with all these resources, fantastic coaches, tough training partners. I learn and grow and reach my potential every single day.
Yeah. And obviously getting quite close to the fight. So with regards to your sparring, when does that sort of taper off? At what point near in the fight do you sort of ease off on the sparring?
I mean, we've already started like tapering off, right? I'm on that downward slope.
Yeah.
So my training sessions are getting shorter, but I'm maintaining that intensity. So I'll keep sparring, but we pick and choose certain training partners that will take care of me, making sure I get to the fight. So I say sparring, but the type of sparring will change. We'll go from beating the crap out of each other to more so playing patty cake.
Yeah, so does it closer to the fight, does things get a bit more technical and maybe focusing on specific things going into the fight?
Yeah, of course. Just reviewing the game plan, practicing the moves over and over and over, and then just playing tag with a buddy. We're just trying to touch each other's bodies without getting touched. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And just quickly, I'd like to touch on, obviously, you fought back in March against Beneil Dariush. Now that you've had some time to digest that fight and look back on it, can you give me your thoughts on that overall? How you?
Yeah, of course. I think the fight is I had a fantastic first round, nearly putting him away. So that it just showed what I'm capable of on my feet. I'm able to stand and trade with anyone in the division, and I have fun doing it. In the second round, Beneil, being a superior grappler, doubled down on the takedowns, and so I just made some game plan errors. There were some opportunities where I could have stayed in the fight if I choose one thing over another. And so it was all just kind of like mental, not to take anything away from Beneil's, jiu-jitsu. He had a pretty sweet arm lock choke combination. But yeah, it was just a game plan error of mine. And so we just reviewed it and just kind of broke it down what I need to do this camp to kind of like fix my mindset to complement my physical attributes.
Is that something, there's the old cliche out there for fighters is win or learn? Is that something, looking back, you feel you take maybe more out of those losses than you do? Obviously, you were on a 3-fight win streak. Do you feel you learn more from those losses?
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, it doesn't matter how many fights you win, you always remember the losses. But it takes a certain kind of fighter to learn and grow from losses. And so, I mean, I try to learn and grow from wins too. I have 15 minutes where I'm performing that I get to, look at every single second and, break down. I mean, because I was breaking down that first round. There's stuff I could have done differently in the first round to get that early finish for everyone. So yeah, I was just breaking it down, reviewing with the coaches, and just making those adjustments. So that way, when Drew Dober enters the cage next, he's a completely different fighter than when he entered last time.
So is it almost a case then that your next opponent, Polo Reyes, he suffers from your growth from that loss you took?
Oh yeah. I trained for my next fight, but I also trained for fights after that. So I train less for my next opponent and more so I train to better myself. So, I'm fighting Polo Reyes, and, I know his strengths, but I'm more so just want to fix my weaknesses and make my strengths even more, powerful. So next fight and the fights following, I'm just constantly trying to improve.
And when did you get offered the fight against Polo? Was that pretty quickly after the fight back in March? When did you know you were going to be back in there?
Yeah, my arm was pretty tender from my last fight, so I took a week and a half off. But as soon as I got back from my little vacation, I was like, all right, let's get another one scheduled. So I called my my management team, and I was like, yeah, whatever, whenever, whoever, how soon, it doesn't matter. I love competing, I love fighting, I love entertaining the fans. So my goal was to get as many fights in this year as possible.
And how many is there? How many more fights would you like? Obviously, remaining injury free coming out of the next fight. How many more times would you like to get in there this year?
I mean, it'd be pretty cool to get 2 more. At least 3. Like my goal is like I need at least 3 this year. But if I can get a 4th one in, that would be fantastic as well.
So is it now just at this stage in your career? Because you've been in the UFC for quite a while now. Looking back, was it 2014 you made your debut in the UFC? If I'm not mistaken.
I believe so. I mean, I probably know as much as you do. I can't remember what year it was, but yeah, it's been a while, about 5 years, give or take.
Yeah, because when I was looking back, I thought it's 2014. Then I realised, oh God, it's 2019. It's been quite a while. You've been in the UFC fighting the toughest competition, and what you could say is not the easiest division to be fighting in.
Oh, I mean, I love the division I'm fighting in. I mean, if I want to prove to myself and everyone else that, what kind of martial artist and fighter I am, what to do it in that murderer's row in the lightweight division. So, I mean, I just love the division. I mean, just a bunch of monsters that I get to compete with.
Yeah, it is. I mean, in terms of the talent in that division, it is a crazy rich division for talent. And so, obviously, going forward, if everything goes to plan against Polo Reyes, is there any particular guys you would like to step in there, maybe this year at some point?
Oh, I love fantastic fights. I love the idea of just putting on a fight of the night. Entertaining the fans is what motivates me. So, I mean, you got guys like Barbosa. You have, trying to think here. There's another striker in the lightweight division who also commentates.
Paul Felder.
Yeah,
Paul
Paul
Felder.
Felder. He's just fantastic. His striking is beautiful. And so, fighting like one of those two guys and just putting on a fight of the night performance or performance of the night performance, and just it'd be absolutely entertaining. I'm in this career obviously to win the title, win that belt, get that gold around my waist, but also putting on a legacy of just fantastic fights. I'm just like what Donald Cerrone's now doing. Just putting on fantastic fight after fight after fight was something I would also like to repeat.
Yeah, perfect. Well, that's all I've got for you, Drew. Thank you very much for jumping on and giving us some time. And obviously, best of luck in your next fight against Polo. We'll certainly be watching that one.
Dude, thank you so much for the opportunity. I love talking to the UK fans.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you very much, Drew. And we'll hopefully catch up with you again soon.
You enjoy yourself.
Thank you, mate. Thank you.